My name is Suzanne Binderitis. I'm a pastor here at Knox Presbyterian Church. Jesus says in Matthew, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Christmas is a time where there's lights and festivities and parties. Even in the church, we light candles of joy and peace and hope and love. And yet for some of us, the things going on in our lives feel at a sharp contrast with all of the celebration that is going on. Some of us are weighed down with worry, with a difficult diagnosis, with stress or worry about our children or a relationship. And some of us are missing a loved one that has been here in Christmases past. It can be difficult when the way we're feeling on the inside is at odds with all the joy and noise and happiness going on outside. We talk about Christmas, and it is about all of those fun things. We light candles of joy and peace and hope and love because God brings us those things in Jesus. And yet Jesus is about a God who comes near, a God who comes near in all that we are experiencing, the difficult things and the good things. This Advent season at Knox, we are focusing on "Come, let us adore him." And in part of that coming, we need to bring with us those things that weigh us down. As we come to Jesus, as we come to God, as we come to the God who came near, we bring with us those difficult things. Sometimes we can feel like in the church we're supposed to check that unhappy stuff at the door, that somehow our discontent and faith don't line up. And yet it takes a broad faith to understand that the difficult things, the sorrowful things, the things we have trouble living with can come with us as we seek to connect with God. I want to invite you to do two things today if you are dealing with difficult things. First of all, I want you to read this verse over and over. "Come to me, all you who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." The message of Jesus is that God came near at Christmas. God came near to be with us during those difficult times as well. So I invite you to talk with God about the difficult things that you are going through, that as you come to adore Jesus, that yes, the season is about those happy things, but it is about a God who came near and who is inviting us to bring our whole selves and all we are experiencing to him. So this can be a practice called lament that we see in the Old Testament, where there are psalmists. There is a whole book called Lamentations that give us an example of people bringing those difficult things to God and trusting God with those things. So if you have difficult things in your life, if you have worries or a hard situation, I invite you to bring those to God in prayer, in journaling, or open up the Psalms and find a psalm that speaks to those difficult times. I'm also putting in the comments or in the description of this post a prayer that I think is really helpful describing a God who is with us in those dark times. Secondly, if you are in the situation where you are missing a loved one this year, this week on Tuesday, December 13th, we have a service of remembrance, and you are invited to join us for that service where we will light a candle for each loved one who is brought forward. So we invite you to email our front office or just bring the name of your loved one with you. Attend our service, and we will have a time to celebrate the life of who that person was, and then to light a candle in their memory. You are not alone. God cares for you, and so do we.